What's up, manga fans? This is Rafael from C Manga, and I'm joined by Reese.
Yo, what's up?
And we're here to give you a review of Attack on Titan, Chapter 65, Dreams and Curses. And wow, what a chapter it was.
Hell yes, a lot happened in this chapter, and you know what? The pacing, I don't know, and the way they told the stories in this was actually felt really, really good. So
Mm,
I didn't feel like it was overwhelming with information. Because I know like quite a few chapters in early parts of this arc, yeah, it's like they had a lot of it. They had a lot of story art elements to it, but the amount of information they were given was just so overwhelming compared to like the visuals.
yeah,
Whereas with this one, like obviously, getting into it, the beginning part where you have Kenny talking to his grandfather. It's like sure there wasn't that much kind of like movement or motion kind of thing in the panels, but at the same time there was a lot of information that came across quite bite-sized.
yeah, I agree. I mean, I think it's what you said earlier about, lots of information, but at the same time, I think it's we're getting answers now, whereas before it's lots of questions, questions upon questions, and now we're finally getting these answers. So, it seems a bit more satisfying.
Yeah,
And obviously, everything's coming in full circle. We're getting obviously resolutions and obviously reveals, and we're like, oh crap, this is, this is amazing.
yeah. So let's go straight into that first reveal, man. They took that whole Ackerman history. We got a
Oh
little bit
damn.
of it, which was like okay. It kind of puts quite a few other scenes into perspective.
I'm very much. I've always been interested in Ackerman backstory, and the fact that they've delved into this and given us like reasons for why they've been reduced to such a small, you might as well say a handful.
Yeah,
It's just like my gosh, they were once you might as well say the monarchy's personal military guard, and then all of a sudden they've just been shunned and like what's the word? Is it purged?
essentially.
Yeah,
Because obviously there's only like what Kenny's group, Levi's group, and Mikasa's group.
yeah,
They're the only kind of like Ackermans that we know of.
yeah,
And at least it's good that we finally know, yes, they are all related,
yeah, because
branch families and stuff.
as it said in this chapter, bloodline families were unaffected by the what was it, the memory alterations,
Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure that means you have to have the same blood. So yeah, that's pretty much being confirmed. So it's crazy. I mean, that not only that is that Mikasa is an Ackerman and an Asian bloodline, so that makes her doubly special in my eyes.
yeah, she has something that's gonna be revealed at some point, man. Because
Sweet.
like obviously she's got the whole Ackerman blood in her, so
And then the Asian
there's a
bloodline
yeah,
as well.
whole Ackerman thing. So obviously that's why she's so bloody good at combat.
Mm.
Because that was kind of like I don't know how that ends up being hereditary, but it's hereditary. It must be kind of like a berserk, must be kind of like that berserker thing.
Yeah, when she
Because
kind of
obviously you remember
snaps.
back in, yeah, because you remember back like when the backstory when she was a kid,
Mm.
how she had that little snap and she was able to stab that guy perfectly in the heart.
Yeah,
And it's like everyone's
Pre-
just like, how can a kid do that?
precision aiming and everything at that age with no
Exactly.
no prior experience.
And then the fact that they're just naturals with the 3D gear.
And yeah,
So yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
so damn. Like, we did say previously, but things happen. What Reese said, I think, is interesting if we get more kind of info into the Ackerman family, because right now all we're hearing is, like he said, she said kind of narrative. I'd rather actually, see it myself.
Get like kind of mini arc kind of
Yeah,
going back and showing us a bit more.
I would love to see something like we see in Bleach, a turn back the pendulum kind of thing, and see an actual, like, the whole decline of the Ackerman and the Asian bloodline, seeing them being hunted, fighting for their lives kind of thing.
Yeah, because it would actually be nice to know what happened to him. Because obviously the granddad was saying like, oh, even though we didn't get our memories wiped, they tried to purge everyone who obviously didn't get their memories wiped, but they made a deal with them, so then they would leave them alone.
Hmm.
So then it kind of comes into the fact that like, so what was the thing that happened? Why all the Ackermans are kind of extinct,
Yeah,
essentially?
because all
What
we
happened
know
to them?
at yeah, sorry, I mean like all we know at this point is that the bloodline families that did follow the king, obviously they were okay. So that includes the Reyes family, innit? They followed the king and they were fine. But the Ackerman and the Asian bloodline family, they just left. So what happened after that?
Is that it must have been a thing of like, even though they said, oh yeah, we're going to leave you alone, it must
Mm,
have been a double cross, and they must have started hunting them down.
yeah.
Because then obviously that kind of full circle brings it back to the whole why then people attacked Mikasa's family back when she was a kid.
Yeah,
It's like, well, they finally got found out and they were just killed, essentially.
basically put down in it in a way. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous. So yeah, I think from both of us we agree. Flashback would be nice. Definitely would like to see that.
definitely.
Mm.
But yeah, man. Another thing is obviously the whole the what basically what Rob Reese was saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Two R's, man. But yeah, basically, you know what he was saying? The whole thing of like they tried to basically unify the inner wall, everyone inside the walls, by kind of just washing it out.
Yeah.
Just like kind of thinning out all the different bloodlines and kind of things, so then they can just literally have one bloodline inside the wall which they can control.
Mm.
That was kind of interesting, actually.
That
It's
was
like,
cracking.
makes sense.
It was it makes you think, how is that going to be possible? How are they going to do that? And would that be another one of the Titans' abilities?
It's just over the generations, isn't it? Obviously,
Yeah.
they kind of like just
Would it just
water
like just
everyone,
water everyone
yeah,
down, make sure?
water it all down so that
Yeah.
everyone can kind of have the blood in them, which is easily to be controlled.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean. So basically, that is part of the purging, isn't it? In a way.
Yeah, they're basically just
Yeah.
trying to get obviously everyone who's not compliant, they just try to like get one of their people
Yeah.
in with them to just water down their blood so they can actually finally,
Yeah. Yeah.
generations down the line, be fully controlled.
Yeah. I see what you mean. So it literally is water in the bloodline. Yeah.
It's kind of
Oh.
crazy, man. The way they're kind of going around doing stuff. It's like,
Yeah,
wow.
they're literally controlling everyone inside the hall. I mean, the walls, and they're literally trying to as what was it, make an absolute peace, like
Yeah,
flawless peace, because no one's gonna be fighting. Everyone's just gonna live in this dream fantasy, and they're not gonna know anything about the history outside the war 100 years ago. So
dude, this whole thing's just giving me a Naruto vibe.
yeah.
Infinite Tsukuyomi.
Oh yeah.
That's essentially what that's essentially
It
what they're
is.
doing, just on a less superpower type
Yeah,
level.
not on a global scale.
Is that well?
Just
It's not a it won't be on it's kind of a global scale because obviously we don't know anything about other humans
yeah,
outside of
I
the
know,
walls.
but
But it's kind of like, yeah, less superpowery.
mm.
Well, less ninja superpowery.
Basically not using the moon.
Yeah,
Just using a Titan and
yeah,
but
it's just like using giant man people
exactly.
things.
But yeah, before we start rebelling, I think the person in question, Kenny, definitely took to the stage today with his interesting but twisted kind of motives and stuff, especially when he was exposing Rod. 'Cause
Yeah, it's like that whole part actually did kind of confuse me because I just don't get what Kenny's deal is.
yeah,
But I think the one sentence which kind of best describes him is he's just one of the people who want to watch the world burn.
I think he does. I think he generally does. I mean,
He's not on anyone's side.
he's already brought it up in the flashback that he wanted to know why the Ackermans were all wiped out. So he hasn't really been given a question other than that they were feared that they needed to be eliminated. So now it's like, well, everyone else should die then. That's basically
Exactly.
what. That's the only way he sees it.
It's just kind of really, really strange the fact that it's like, okay, at first he seems like a bad guy. Now all of a sudden he kind of seems like, oh, he's actually a double agent working, trying to just like expose him.
Mm.
So it's like, does that make him a good guy? And then it's like, oh yeah, you Titans can duke it out. And so it's like, oh, so he is a bad guy. I mean, you just kind of had like a bit of a flip flop all the way through this chapter
Yeah,
with
he's
his character. You're just like, okay, is he good? Is he bad? What is he?
it's like he had a bipolar personality. Like at one moment you even hear him saying, "Oh, a lot of good people were lost 5 years ago," and then the next thing is like, "You two can fight it out."
Exactly, because
Yeah,
like that, yeah, what's coming up is obviously going to be maybe Levi and Mikasa taking him on.
mm,
Yeah, but it's like it's kind of like, wait a minute, but he just did something nice. Are they trying to put him like make you like him now?
that's what I'm saying.
It's just really strange.
It's like it's like I'm confused. Do I like this guy or do I still hate him?
Yeah, because like you know how some animes have been these days, man. It's like they get you to like a character just so they can kill him off,
Mm.
just so they can get a bigger impact when they actually kill him. And it's just like, oh man,
It's
don't do
like,
that.
yeah, he's he's a very devious person. I'd say right now. That's the only thing. That's the only way I can describe him. Devious.
That's a very good word for it.
Mm.
Yeah, obviously then now we've got the final part of the chapter, which is obviously Historia. She's still affected by the brainwashing.
Clearly.
clearly still affected. So it does even after all that shit, or even after Kenny basically like revealed everything, she's still just like, no, it doesn't matter. That just kind of goes to show the power of that brainwashing.
Yeah, it
It
is.
is literally absolute control, which comes out, which is like, okay, so they have absolute control. They can't do nothing about it.
Yeah, because even after everything he said, he pretty much said your birth was a mistake. He's only come back now pretending to be nice to you because he just wants to use you as his own personal weapon and reclaim, the coordinator ability so that no one knows the Reese family's lost it. And then she's just like, it's my mission.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I wonder if she can actually. I wonder how they actually break free of that control, or if you actually can,
Mm.
because you must be able to. Must be.
It's probably going to be something that's going to come up in the next chapter or something.
Hopefully, because
Because,
yeah, it's like there's no way in hell yeah that Eren's losing that ability. He's the main character for God's sake.
no, it's stupid.
He has plot armor.
It'd be interesting if it did happen, but I don't think it's going to happen in this series.
No, back in the day it might have happened. Back in the day there was a chance that could
Mm.
have happened, but obviously now ever since he's changed the thing of like yeah he's doing it for like this and that.
Mm.
No in hell.
But
But yeah, man,
what did you think of him at the end? I actually felt depressed for him. Honestly, in my opinion, it feels like he's just completely given up.
definitely Eren has completely given up. It's like you saw the way it was, man. It's like turn into Titan. It's like no, I won't do it. Just
Mm.
I can't take any more death. Just kill me already. It's like wow, this is not what you'd expect to see from Eren. You know what I mean? He's the type of guy who's just like, no, we're killing every time. It's like get him away, we're jumping straight in, we're taking this guy out. But I think it's just a thing of obviously he just doesn't want to fight his friend.
Yeah, generally, it's a good kind of character development as well because earlier on, kind of had a jump in or rage kind of rather than thinking about things, and he's gone and thought about this and taken on the burdens that aren't even really his to take. It was his dad who done it, and he's
Exactly.
basically saying it's my fault, eat me and save the world.
But that's one thing actually, which is a bit weird. You know the whole thing of oh yeah, Titan has what's it to be able to take a Titan's ability, you have to eat their marrow.
In the back of the neck, innit?
It's just in the spine though.
Yeah.
But I swear there's been so many points here where like Eren, Berthold, Raynar, Annie, all of them have ripped like Titans apart by like other human Titans from the
Mm.
spinal cord, and they must have bitten into their spinal cord at one point.
I think they did.
Exactly. So that's kind of a bit like, huh? How did they not gain abilities?
Mm.
It's a bit weird. Or maybe they had to have unlocked those abilities in the first place.
Mm.
But either way, man, that one there did kind of make me think a little like, huh? That's a bit strange.
Like I said, this is more stuff. Maybe it will be brought up. It's just more questions.
Exactly. But maybe we're just looking too hard into things.
Yeah, maybe it is. But either way, it's something good to bring up.
Yeah. But still, man, it was a really good chapter this week.
Yeah,
This month, I'm pretty satisfied with it.
yeah. That cliffhanger killed me though. But
Yeah.
it's made you wait. It's exciting for next month, isn't it?
See who actually transformed.
Yeah,
Guessing obviously Krista did transform, but now it's kind of a thing of is she still under Rob's control or did the transformation kind of bring her head back about her?
yeah. Because after that, obviously that little speech from Eren, she shed tears as well, and even thanked him for what was it that time he called her normal, innit?
Exactly. So
Some
obviously she's still in there somewhere. So
yeah.
maybe you see if she's broken through or not.
Hopefully. Yeah, so that's more or less it. We just gotta wait till next time to see what happened in it. Who transformed, or who has he been eating? Hasn't he? That
Is
kind
she
of
under control?
yeah, and that thing.
All these questions and more next month.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a little bit of a painful wait actually. Hopefully there's a lot more stuff in between which can kind of keep us distracted.
yeah, fillers and stuff for the or our monthly filler in it.
Exactly. So yeah, that about ends this from us guys. You know the usual thing to do at the end of these. Let us know what you thought about this chapter in the comment section below. And as usual, don't forget to check out the other things to do in the channel. So we will catch you next month.
Yep, speak to you next month.